Central Florida, East Carolina. In the AAC, we've got East Carolina or Central Florida 5-point road favorites, 64 the total in this game. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't know if this is a sign that UCF is becoming a monster, but they've had 2 monster performances in a row. Now, both were at home. Both were against some, suspect defenses, but you crush SMU and run them out in the second half, and then you just roll over Temple 70-13. They're starting to play good football, UCF. They're starting to get Gus Malzahn's getting this offense the way he wants it. They are a terrific run team. We know that. And they are going to have success against any team that can struggle to stop the run. But East Carolina's defense isn't bad against the run. It's their secondary, as we saw with Memphis. It's their secondary that was really picked apart in that game. So it's kind of not a bad matchup for ECU. On the flip side, Holton Ahlers and the offense, it was pretty solid. They did enough to win against Memphis, but again, the defense couldn't get stops last week. When you look at UCF defensively, they've been pretty solid against both the pass and the run. No big difference in either. I just don't know if I want to step in front of UCF at this point in time. Now, they've only been on the road once. It's worth noting. They haven't faced any sort of true road game other than Florida Atlantic, which is not a team that's been consistent this year, and they beat up on FAU 40-14 in that game. But East Carolina will be a lot tougher defensively than that Florida Atlantic team was. So this is a tough one. I mean, I don't know if I want to get in UCF's way. They're really starting to crank it up. And East Carolina took my money last week. I don't know if I want to rush back to them because they won, but they did not cover against Memphis. So early week, I'm kind of leaning to pass early in the week. What do you think, Conor?
I am too. You know what? I really wanted a touchdown here to be on East Carolina, even though that's my lean here, catching the 5 points. I'm always a big fan of Ahlers and these guys at home. You mentioned I don't know what had me that spooked on that game. I'm not taking East Carolina. Not that I was running with Memphis last week in the 5, but and it was just a close one the whole way. Central Florida, though, on the road now. Can this team go to a good spot and win here? I'm not so sure. I think we see points, but is this total just a bit too high? I'm not so sure. I'm going to wait here. I lean to maybe being over. And if you had to, I lean to the dog. Plumlee, he's looked better throwing it. We know they'll run it. Can he keep that up on the road? We'll see. So lean to Carolina at home.
Yeah, I could lean to the over because it had gone over in 2 straight years, 2019, 2020. Now, last year was a 20-16 game, but keep in mind that was when Mikey Keene was the quarterback for UCF, and it was late in the year, and their offense was dreadful at the time. So be careful with saying, last year went under. This is going to go under. East Carolina's defense is getting worse, not better, as I continue to look at it. That's the problem. Started out so well, East Carolina's defense, and they haven't been getting better. They've been getting worse. They've been regressing